We're gonna tick down. Get a lattice. Okay. We're gonna play lattice. I don't get it. But I'll take it. I will attack Karn. And now even PO triggers Fleshraker. That's pretty funny. Okay, today we are playing probably the most powerful deck currently that I have in creation. This is very similar to the PO Mystic Forge list, except I'm playing Jewel instead of Mystic Forge. This is the exactly second iteration of this version with Jewel. The first one wasn't playing main deck grids, and I had a main deck needle, and then I just had two sideboard grids. After the showcase, it became clear to me that I need to be better against blue and add some more grids. And I immediately trophied after making that switch. But the first list, if you watch my Twitch, you know that I went on a 21-1 run with the deck. It was insane. I trophied, then I 4-1'd, then I played in the Wednesday night challenge, and I went 6-0 in the Swiss, and then I lost in the top 8, which I don't count as a win or loss because I literally misclicked my Voltaic key to target itself, to miss lethal, or to exactly lose. Like, it gave me -1 mana, and I knew I had to beat. It was a known days that I had beat, like, by a mile. I even had like 1,000,000 mana, was using my keys and stuff, and just made sure I had 1 mana, but then I misclicked it, and then I had exactly not enough to beat the days and lost to it. So I think it's just bad data to call that a loss. I'm not going to say, oh, I would have won and call it a win, because it was game 1. But then after that, immediately that night, I 5-0'd. And then I jumped on stream. I think we won the first one, which is the 21st win, and then we wound up 3-2ing that league. But it was quite the run. It was insane. This deck is really powerful. This is basically the PO deck that I've been trying to make for basically ever since they unbanned Mind's Desire. Obviously, we're not playing Mind's Desire, but when they did that, I started brewing a lot more in the blue artifact combo space, and I really wanted to make a PO deck, like a fast PO deck. And of course, PO thrives on permanent mana, especially permanent mana that nets a mana when you cast it. So Grim Monolith and Opal are like the only example in Legacy that is reasonably, like there are some other conditional, Mox Amber, Chrome Mox, which I've used Chrome Mox before, but the only other card that does act as a +1 mana that is permanent is, of course, Keys if you have a Monolith in play. So, Petals, Opals, Keys, Monoliths. This is the permanent mana package that allows you to leverage PO. And of course, we have Fleshraker, which didn't exist when I was first making this deck. So you had to, play like a Paradox engine and a Emrakul, or you had to find other ways to win. Play Karn Lattice. You just don't have to now. You have Fleshraker, which is an insane card. You don't even have to fully combo. A lot of times you just do a short PO for 5 or 6. You have a Fleshraker in play, you replay everything, maybe you draw a few cards off of a Jewel or something, or you just hit a PO again and you win. Deck is obviously also very good at chaining POs. Now previously when we played it, we had Mystic Forge instead of the Jewel. But Jewel's more explosive and it has a lot more synergy with PO, right? Since you can pick everything up, including the Jewel, with PO, you don't run the risk of people taking your jewels as often, and you have a card that is not as likely to pass the turn that Mystic Forge is. You do have to set up a little more with it, though not necessarily. Just like Mystic Forge, if it's an empty board and you're low on gas, and you do slam a Jewel, you're going to draw 3. Mystic Forge is a way to... A lot of times you're in a spot as well where, sure, you're not going to kill them with it, but maybe it effectively draws you a few cards and keeps your action going. I think Jewel does that really well, except, like I said, I think it works really well with PO, whereas Mystic Forge was good despite the small lack of synergy with PO, right? If you find PO with the Mystic Forge, you can't cast it off of the Mystic Forge. It was still good, but if 0 would represent a card having no synergy, and 1 representing a card having synergy, and -1 representing a card that has some lack of synergy, well, PO is like a -1 and Jewel's a +1, which is a difference of 2, right? So it's kind of twofold. And then, of course, Cozy Command just glues everything together, especially when you have 1,000,000 mana. You can dig real deep with it. It allows you to beat the ring. They have a ring trigger, and you're going off really hard. You can set it up so that you have one and a bunch of mana, and then you can Cozy Command on their turn when the ring trigger is gone, and it kills them with Fleshraker. It also just has random applications with removing creatures, Bowmasters, Collector Roof, hitting graveyards against Reanimator. I don't think I really have to sell anybody on Cozy Command. I'm playing sideboard Karns. Yes, I am. The final decision to play this card was testing all of the ways that you can deal with Chalice of the Void with a deck like this. And Karn is just actually the best way to do it. You +1 on a Chalice, it dies. 4 colorless is actually oftentimes, and especially in the face of hate, 4 colorless can be a lot easier, most of the time a lot easier to come up with than something like a colorless and a blue for something like Echoing Truth. Plus it kills it, definitely, and its action itself, and the card just has widespread application, of course. I don't think I have to sell that many people on Karn, but it takes a lot for me to play it. I do hate the card. Not just hating the card, but I don't like the style that it puts you in when you're playing it in the main deck. It is not the sort of thing that PO and Jewel does, right? PO and Jewel win the game on the spot, out of nowhere, often. You're a very explosive and volatile combo deck that if someone isn't stopping us, we're going to be consistently killing them on turn 2 and 3. I have turn 1 twice. Extremely rare, but another massive benefit to no Mystic Forge is being able to run Cage, which is a bigger deal than you would think. Helps really good against Fair Green, or it's really good against Fair Green, and it's additional and really helpful graveyard interaction for like oops all spells and stuff like that. But yeah, that's the deck. Of course I'm running Candy Trail. Of course I'm running Candy Trail. Look, it's not a meme, okay? It is the best action option off of Urza Saga when you're running PO, right? Mishra's Research Desk is a slightly better card overall. However, in order to get value out of it, you use it and take it out of play. So PO cannot take advantage of it. And of course, the other circumstances in which I wind up playing Candy Trail instead of Mishra's Research Desk is if I'm playing something like Emrakul. If you're playing a card that you just can't afford to exile, Candy Trail does the trick. Plus, there's a lot of spots where it's actually even better. Research Desk is better, but there are spots where Candy Trail is better, right? The life gain is not nothing, and you do get card selection in the face of a Null Rod effect when it's coming in off of your Saga, which can really help. If you need to find Chain of Vapor, or if you need to find the Island or Otawara so that you have the blue source to cast the Chain of Vapor, it can really help. But that's enough about the deck. Let's get out there and combo. See you in round 1. Alright, here we are, round 1 on the play against SniffAndWhisper. It doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. Okay. I can keep this. Keep bottom one of the Grim Monoliths. Lead on City, Monolith. They are F6'd. Let's key. Play Candy Trail. Grid and Fleshraker. Well, with them being F6, I don't think we need Grid. Fleshraker's pretty good with this Cozy Command. Still love to find a blue source instead, though. Yeah, I'm actually going to bottom. Untap the Monolith. Love to find an opal. Planar Nexus key. Alright. It's like a pseudo mirror. Opal. I'll take that. Tap this, play seat. Tap this. Untap it. EO for 3 with a bunch of mana. We drew 3 lands. Wild. Okay. Let's go Monolith. Andy. Rid of grid. Bottom cozy command. Play key. Okay, I'm just gonna pass. Maybe I should have cozy commanded first. Before POing. Die to a Karn. Monolith. Tap Monolith. 1 ring. Okay. Draw a card. Anything else? Another key. Yep. Draw some more cards. Sure. Play out another key. Yep. Okay. I think I will just untap Monolith, draw a card with Candy Trail, find our own ring. Problem is they're going to Karn us. Could potentially find a jewel with this cozy command. Need to try to win right now. So let's max out on cozy command. Looking for jewel, which we didn't find. Bottom saga. Yeah, I mean, I think I just have to bottom everything. Hoping that we hit jewel. We did not. 1 ring. And we have 5 lands in our hand. We're going to draw a million. We'll just go next. Okay, we bring in the Karns. We have Chain of Vapor. Got the grids. From a Basalt. And a key. Let it rip. Alright, we're back in there. We do have a turn 1 thing, so we'll keep and hope we don't get turn 1 Karned. Or Mindbreak trapped. Doom. Monolith. Monolith. Opal. And ring. Second, cozy command. A tomb. Monolith. Fleshraker. Okay. No Karn. Yet. That's a pedal. That's a monolith. Now they have mana for Karn. Mystic Forge. Okay. Find a key. That's bad for us. Tap monolith. And pass. Probably means they found a Karn, but they don't have enough mana. Would be one of the only reasons why you wouldn't exile and just pass. Fleshraker is very good. Okay. Let's go. Fleshraker. Pedal. Key. Could get greedy. Activate the ring. Not gonna do that. I'm gonna go for PO. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this might. Okay, yeah, we have a land drop. Almost forgot about that. So go Monolith, another Fleshraker, and they're dead. Opal, key, Monolith, key, dead. Alright, sweet. Alright, let's dodge that Karn again. We do have a turn 1 ring. And we do have a way to bounce Karn. We will keep, but being on the draw, gonna be tough here. They're on the Nexus mana base, so it can be a bit slower. Less meaningful turn 1s, but oftentimes more consistent turn 2s. Which is not great news for us being on the draw. Workshop. Okay. That's pretty slow. But they could have like any land and then Monolith Karn. We definitely go for the turn 1 ring here. Get in there. Fleshraker is pretty good. And let's not get Karned. Assault Monolith into not a Karn? A Karn. Okie doke. Probably grab a key. Needle. And what? Rawara? 1 ring. Okay. Fine with me. Play Island, play Fleshraker, and pass. Now they at least can't just like down-tick Karn and not have a way to deal with Fleshraker in some capacity. They got to at least be able to like block it, or it'll force them to tick up. Another workshop. We're gonna tick down. Get a lattice. Okay. We're gonna play lattice. I don't get it. But I'll take it. I will attack Karn. And now even PO triggers Fleshraker. That's pretty funny. Still can't one ring. Let's play Petal. Let's make 2 mana. Play some free candy. Another Fleshraker. Bottom the island. Pop the Fleshraker. And cast PO for 3. We do rake flesh on that because it is colorless. Thanks to the lattice. We find our own Karn. Now they're dead. Wow. Can I afford to, if I Fleshraker, we get 1 thing, go up to 2, and I only have 3, I won't be able to Karn. I won't Fleshraker. Take the free candy. Jewel and Opal. Yeah, sure. Why not? Play Seat. Play Karn. Down, tick the Karn. Alright. Works for me, I suppose. See y'all in round 2. Hey everyone, thanks for making it this far. Just wanted to thank everybody, and if you're looking for more, show you where you can find that. If you go to the description below, you can find all of my links. If you go further down in the comments, you can also find my links for bring you to my Patreon, various tiers for Discord access, early access, sideboard guides, donation decks, coaching sessions. You can also check out the podcast within those links, as well as my Twitch where I do most of my content. You can see the commands that you can use in the chat. Let's say you do dono. You're wondering how to get a link, how to do it. Tells you right here. And the members Discord is within the Storm, MTG Storm community. And of course, it's always going to help if you hit the like and subscribe. So thanks again. Keep storming, y'all. Here we go. Round 2 against Romario. Romario's a good friend. He streams too. Check him out on Twitch. Get a YouTube as well. I don't think we can keep this. This is a great hand. I'll keep bottom Candy Trail. Our best draw would be Opal. Looks like they're playing Cradle Control. Okay, probably gonna die to a Collector Roof. I mean, PO's nice and all, but not the best on this board for being on the draw. Good PO for 2. I don't think it's worth it, but I will lay out the Petal. If they do go for an oof here, then I guess I will cast the PO. Okay, they probably have a Cradle. Comes Cradle. Yep. Here comes Collector Roof. Cool. Alright, it's PO for 2. Okay. Oh, we win this game so hard on the play. Let's go for Fleshraker. Into Petal. Into Manifold Key. I'm just gonna pass here. And we're probably dead. There's a cat. Plus Once Upon a Time. One of the co-hosts of my podcast, Hello Newton, who is the creator of this deck, Cradle Control, just won the showcase with this deck. I'll take 5. Another Fleshraker. It's pretty interesting. Okay. And there's a chance. Go for that. Into Monolith. Problem is this cat has trample. So we are still probably dead. If we don't die and then we draw like a ring, it's a way to rake flesh and survive a turn. If I draw basic island, also, I think we're just dead though. We've got trample on this. You can make a trample Lair of the Hydra as well. Yup. Okay, 9/9 trample. So I think that means we block 1. Can't go to 2. I'm gonna need this tomb to have a chance. No, they can just use Reclaimer to pump it, so I actually have to block with both. Huh. And then there isn't really a 2-mana spell that gets there. Okay, so I have to keep these and block with one of my Fleshrakers. I thought this thing had trample. Oh, no. Well, that's quite the mistake. Well, what is this? Oh, they're gonna phase out my Fleshraker? Sure. Why did I think Lair of the Hydra is trample? Yep. Yep. Oh, Monolith. I'll hold on to that one. This cat is definitely going to have trample. Fetch land is actually an insane draw for them. Even Romario said, I always think it does too. Okay. This has got trample. And now we're in the same spot. Except only worse. We have no outs. We're in the actual trample spot. Yeah, despite the screw up, it wouldn't have mattered. Excuse me. So classic. We're on the play, we win. But we're on the draw, so we lose. Play Dismembers, Cage, and Chain. They do have Force of Vigors, but I'm still gonna cut Grid. Assault, Key. And I mean, this is a good matchup. We have the cozy commands. I'm just gonna run it. Good matchup, but it's not easy to win 2 post-board games. I'd say it's pretty even after losing game 1. It's like we're favored, but we have to win 2 games. Alright, we're on the play. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. We're probably gonna get Thought Seized. Do like having a basic. Start with that. And play Monolith out before it gets Thought Seized. They want to hit it, it's going to cost them 2 cards, although it's going to line up pretty well with taking my Saga out. They have Force of Vigor. Once Upon a Time. Missed. Oh no. We got a Needle. Probably goes on 1 ring. Sure. Go Saga. Go Force of Vigor's good. Let's go Candy Trail. I mean, I don't hate Key, but yeah, I'll keep the Key. Without Opal. And we'll pass. Cradle. Noble. Flamer. Okay. Let's use Candy Trail. You know we're drawing Key. And then decide what we want to do here. Lay out the Key. Oh, do I want to kill Reclaimer? Probably not. It can save a Collector Roof. Then we get a turn without the Collector Roof in play. You can also just kill it and go for the Construct plan. You know what? Let's do that. So, exile creature. Guess I might as well scry draw deeper. Exile creature, scry draw, exile. I gotta leave 1. Make a dude. Bottom the seat. Top the Saga. Play Saga. And pass. I mean, I still don't want to see Collector Roof, but I can make a bunch of robots. Despite it. The natural order. This is gonna get Traxa. Yep. Now they have a Snuff out. Pretty darn good. Otawara is gonna be good though. But we're gonna have to deal with a lot of stuff. Potentially a Safekeeper. Arbor. Or yeah, they already played a land. Arbor, Green Suns, Reclaimer, Snuff out. Okay. So we make a robot. We snuff it out. EO. That's a great draw. Okay. I mean, we could just be doubling up on robots. But then I can't Otawara. So I think we're getting another key. I'd also get Cage, but I think I want to try to high roll with this PO. Try to end the game before more bad stuff happens. 3, 4. Threw into a Cage anyways. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. We have enough to kill this. We have enough to exile Atraxa with Cozy Command. And make 6 mana. And then be able to cast Jewel off of that. And then be able to cast Cage. The Green Sun Zenith. Huh. Yeah, I think that's the play. Play this stuff out. Untap Monolith. Untap Monolith. Play another key. Play an Opal. Untap Monolith. 6, 7, 8, 9. Exile a dude. Make dudes. Make dudes. Exile a dude. No more Atraxa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get jeweled up. Huh. Can we do Fleshraker stuff? Definitely gonna play it. Like if I Chain of Vapor Mox Opal, sack a land, Monolith, sack a land, key. I have no way of bouncing Jewel with the chain in that sequence and replaying it in the same turn. I think I'm just going to play Cage and pass. They have another Snuff out. Alright, fair enough. Alright, we'll pass. We know 3 of the cards in their hand. Can't make use of the Zenith. Arbor doesn't do that much. You can play Reclaimer. 2 unknowns. We got a million mana. Salt Monolith. Let's see, I still have Candy Trail. I mean, I think I still want to make a dude, though. Let's do that. Oh, I already got Candy Trail. Okay. Alright, let's get key then. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Use 4 to bounce. Needle, go to 8. Play ring, go to 4. That's not great. I think bouncing my Jewel and replaying it. Trying to find PO. Even bounce with Odawara first. Hold on to the Chain of Vapor. Huh. And also just pass and then end step bounce the needle. Yeah. I don't like that. Let's do that. They don't really play like Sujiri step anymore. Plus I have a colorless blocker. And if they phase out one of my blockers, that takes one of their attackers to do it. This is in terms of, you know, not getting my Jewel stolen. Another Snuff out? Okay. Sure. Now if they just attack with both, I can bounce one of them with Odawara. Then I can end step Chain of Vapor the needle. Noble. And we go Odawara. Block. Untap our Monolith. Keep our Jewel. And they replay the Reclaimer in this Hierarch. Sure. They have Zenith in their hand. And now we bounce Needle. You can sack a land and bounce. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think it's worth doing for them. Alright, let's play a One Ring. Draw a card. Find a Jewel. I'm gonna play the Jewel. Chain of Vapor. Not the worst. Let's draw 2. Let's draw 3. That's a Fleshraker. Play that. You know they don't have any more Snuff outs. And let's rake some flesh. Play Opal. Make a blue. Get in. Play Opal. Make a blue. Get in. Tap the ring. Okay. Play Monolith. Play Chain of Vapor. Sack a land. Chain of Vapor. Sack a land. Chain of Vapor. Play Mox Opal. Play Monolith. And play Monolith. Alright, now we gotta win game 3 on the draw. Considerably tougher. And is unplayable. So we mulligan. And is somehow worse. Classic no landers. And is good, but now we're on 5 against Thoughtseize. Bottom Jewel. And Seat. I just don't think Seat is going to work out. Noble Hierarch, okay. Cozy Command is nice. Let's... They didn't... I don't have a Swamp. Alright, let's play Fleshraker. Before we get Collect Roofed. And let's hope they don't have a Swamp or a Snuff out. They probably do. Comes Collect Roof. Do you have Snuff out? No, they do not. Okay. It'll take us a little bit, but should be able to get to mana for Cozy Command. We do need them to not have Sylvan Safekeeper. Let's see, they're not going to block a Fleshraker. And chip damage is important when we have Fleshrakers going. I mean, they can if they'd like. There's no way, though, right? Yep, they take the 2. We can draw a Petal, Opal, Tomb, Saga, City. These are all cards that let us cast Cozy Command to kill Collect Roof. Oh no. Alright, Cozy Command's gone. Flamer. Needle. on the One Ring. One card left. Jewel is a terrible draw. Another Fleshraker, and I will attack. Okay. Then to not, it's pretty good. Yeah, I guess we take the 3 here. What do we got? Okay. Something, I guess. Play that. Break some flesh. Get some blockers. Can I attack? No, they have 2 mana up. And to fetch lands, they can block and then sack. This Reclaimer's a 3/4. We're in trouble. Get a basic. Probably get a Cradle. Dryad Arbor. Yeah, it's a free sack for white. Okay. We're at 6. Swing for 5. I think we chump here. Take 2. Will be 3. Guess not. Right, they're going to save this to phase out one of our Fleshrakers on upkeep. Or not. We need to draw, like, a Petal. If we drew Petal or Opal there, we actually just win. Even a Key would have done it. Or a Cage. Any 1 mana card would have done it. Alright, I will pass. We're pretty much dead. They didn't use white at all. Weird. The Zenith for Atraxa. Okay. I'm not sure how much this actually changes. I mean, I guess, yeah, they'll find a Snuff Out. They did not find a Snuff Out. A Force of Vigor, which doesn't really matter here. Safekeeper. Okay. Attacking. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we are just dead. Block like this. And they can use white. Phase out. The Collector Roof, is that? No. Oh, right. They can just make this a 4/4. And it's lethal. I mean, so if we block, it's also not good for us. It would unlock my artifacts. And then I could Candy Trail. I think we were dead, regardless. But, I mean, that was a mistake. But I don't think we had the win. Alright, see you in round 3. Right, here we go in round 3. We're on the draw. We do have a nice turn 1 PO hand. I guess I'm into that. They'll keep. They also kept on 7. Or no, I'm sorry, they mulliganed. Alright, they kept on 6. Misty Rainforest, pass. Doom is good. Go ahead and cast Monolith. Force Willed immediately. Pitching Force of Will. And we'll pass. Cycle Lorien. Another basic. Oh. High Tide? Certainly feels like High Tide. I'm gonna jam. They have another force, they only have 1 card left. Alright, 1 ring is in. Another 1 ring, sure. And we pass. Yeah, this definitely feels like High Tide. Go to 15. Let's draw some cards. Ooh. Good ones here. Monolith. Play Key. Let's untap Monolith. Jewel. Do have another force. Pitching Cunning Wish, so it's definitely High Tide. I guess I'll play my island and pass. They're so dead. It's gonna take a little bit longer. Draw cards. Play City. Play Fleshraker. Mox Opal. Draw some cards. Another key. And make some mana. Play a Monolith. Play another key. Free candy. Free candy. Nice. Love it. Saw the candy. That's it. Different kind of lethal candy. That candy was laced. Alright, High Tide, huh? None of the sideboard really matters. We just want grid. We'll trim a Basalt. And Mox Opal. Yeah, we can keep this. Mulliganed. Island Ponder. Your best draw is probably Ancient Tomb. It's not a bad one. Play Monolith. Key. Untap Monolith. Play Fleshraker. Play Lotus Petal. Break some flesh. I'm gonna cast this Cozy Command. For 1. Love to find an opal or a key. A land. I mean, Not terrible. It does help me cast PO for when they counter this Jewel. Sure. And we'll pass. Probably have Consign. Oh, it could be some sort of show and tell. Could be Omnitel. Usually don't see preordain in High Tide. You could play it. Alright, let's go for a Jewel. And they probably counter it. The Consign to Memory. Why would you ever play this card over Consign to Memory? Is it Consign number 5? Are they playing that many? Okay. Good PO. Definitely want to at least attack. I think I wait on the PO. Alright, they're gonna ponder again. No shuffle. Land drop. 4 cards in hand. He is nice. Play that. Untap Monolith. Attack for 2. Maybe I should have played the seat first. Play the seat. Tap Monolith. Can't consign this. I'm not going to pick up Fleshraker because then they can consign it on the way back down. Could obviously force. Or just have some sort of actual counterspell. Impulse, okay. This feels a lot more like a show and tell deck. Ooh, it resolved. Yikes. They died. They Fleshraker, Petal, and any spell. Goodbye. 2 and 1. See you round 4. Alright, here we go. Round 4. We're on the draw. Yes, I mulligan this. Kind of a bummer. I do have protection and a lot of soul lands. But let's mulligan. Okay, we can keep this. Pretty far away from Jewel. I'd rather keep the cozy command. Underground Sea. Let's lead on Saga. Play Candy Trail. I'm gonna bottom this key. Because if Basalt Monolith doesn't resolve really bad, Petal can help us resolve it around a daze. No, I'm gonna bottom the Petal too. Now, hopefully we're not getting entombed. We are. And hopefully they don't have Reanimate. Land plus Animate dead. They do. And we're gonna get Thought Seized. We will move on. Play Grids. Soul Guide. Cage. Rim Jewel. EO. Salt. And a key. We could have led on Grid. Of course, it doesn't matter if they have even a daze or a force. But that also shuts off our cozy command to stop their graveyard. So I was kind of hoping they didn't have Entomb. Or if they did, they had to cantrip and pass. Not the case. This hand is phenomenal. Kind of weak to Thoughtseize, or if they counter the Monolith. Do not counter the Monolith. Other key. Mox Opal. Grid first. I won't have any mana post PO. Will still give me a full grip though. Oh, they were F6'd. Well, I'm gonna PO. Leave the grid. I'll have 8 cards. I can at least play the Mox Opal and pass. Now we got a full grip with a grid in play. And we're not getting Thoughtseized? Oh boy. Any action? No action. Alright, let's play the Monolith. They're gonna try to counter it, but they can't. Forgetting about grid? Sure are. The Consign to Memory. Alright, get Fleshraker in. Play a key. Play Island. Untap Monolith. Play a Monolith. Tap Monolith, play a key. Play another key. Play a cage. And we'll just untap these. We can F6. Alright, we have 1,000,000 mana, but we have run out of action. Hope for no Null Rod. Yeah. Null Rod it is. Go ahead and play this grid. Attack for 2. PO wins. They're gonna ponder. At least we're getting pretty close to shutting off Reanimate. Brainstorm. Probably cast a Ponder. Or Surveil. Yep. Left a card on top. Alright, come on, PO. Nope. We will hold this. They might Thoughtseize us. Obviously Cage is in play, so, you know, Reanimate being turned off is not as valuable They're not doing anything. Love it. So they probably have a bunch of reanimation stuff. And we drew the PO. Double grid in play. We won. All right, let's attack. Go to 6. Yeah, it's not going to work. It's 2 grids. Classic. Play city. Has PO. Leaving both grids in play. 1, 2. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Play Mox Opal. Play Mox Opal. Play a key. Even Cozy Command, but it doesn't really matter. Nice Null Rod. Okay, I feel like on the draw, should be playing Leyline. Guess I can play a Chain of Vapor. Got the Candy Trail, a Mox Opal, another key, Basalt Monolith. I'm just gonna run it at 61. Leyline is pretty bad, but one of the ways we can actually win on the draw is just getting a good 7 that also has Leyline. We did miss, so hopefully we can do it on 6. Nope. Okay. Alright, we will keep this. We'll bottom the jewel, one of the keys, and hope that Leyline buys us enough time. They did keep on 7, though. This is one of the worst islands ever created. Not even close to blue. Not even close. Ponder Shuffle. Draw Monolith. Not great. I mean, if they're playing hinges on countering my Grim Monolith, maybe it's okay, but we're getting Wastelanded. Draw another Monolith. At least they didn't do anything else. Got land number 2. Failing. Land away. Cool. Draw land. Don't hate that. Another Wasteland. Cool. Ancient Tomb? Nope. They are otherwise not doing anything, so that's good. But that is not going to hold up much longer. Okay, no petty theft is good. Sure, they have a bunch of counter magic, but hopefully it's just a bunch of reanimates. That's a pedal. Okay. Draw an Ancient Tomb, please. Rainstorm, that's scary. They got Barrelgoyf. Yep, it's also scary. And we get a land. Pump cycle. Not a chance. Okay. I mean, Barrelgoyf is worse with Leyline in play, so I do like that. But we are so far behind. Is this a Kaito? Oh, no, it's petty theft. Sure. I mean, it's turn 8. It's turn 8, and we've drawn 1 land. Just the classic low roll. They have any swamp? Yeah, they got basic swamp left. Animated troll. Sure. Wild. Alright. See you in the final round. Alright, here we are, final round on the draw. It's a pretty slow hand, but I'll keep it. Island go. Sure. Yeah, I guess I'll just play Seat Candy. Bottom the jewel, keep the key. See what they got for me. Play Soporific Springs. Some sort of show and tell deck or something. Mox. Okay. Stock up. Is this jewel? It is. Nice. Uppy seat. Sure. Alright, I don't think they have a force. Let's go. Salt. Fleshraker. Petal. Key. 1 ring. And then we gotta hope we're not dead. We can copy our 1 ring. Probably isn't enough. They can just play a 1 ring. Sure. You go to 17. Draw some cards. Play a key. Draw some more cards. Play a Mox Opal. Draw some more cards. EO, sweet. Let's play City. Play Key. Draw some more cards. Lotus Petal. Play Salt Monolith. Manifold Key. Untap a Monolith. Let's play a Jewel. Not gonna be the easiest thing to beat a Force. Play Key. Untap the Jewel. Play PO. Bounce most of our stuff. Like that. There we go. Petal. A Monolith. Play another Fleshraker. And a Basalt Monolith. We have a third Fleshraker. We don't. We want a lot of Fleshrakers in play and multiple Cozy Command. We don't want a one-ring trigger active. Okay. Play Key. Play a Monolith. Probably should have just left one ring in play. Doesn't really matter. We have a PO. Should be able to set up the set up like multiple lethal Cozy Commands here. Let's play another Petal. Play a Candy Trail. Kind of a quick way to do this, maybe. There's another Cozy Command. Okay. Play Basalt. Lay out some more keys. I'm gonna bounce their one ring, Odawara, so that they can't draw into force. And two Fleshrakers should be fine. So let's get some more blue. Lay out Mox Opal. Bounce the one ring. Play another key. Get some more mana. Draw. Cozy Command. Play another key. Play another Mox Opal. I guess I'll play another Mox Opal. And tap one of these monoliths. I'll pass. The whole reason we're doing this is because they had a one ring trigger. Right? Now we're gonna have multiple lethal Cozy Commands. We'll hold on to PO. 2-4. And a city. And a ring, I guess. The rest doesn't really matter. Now, we cast the lethal Cozy Command. They obviously don't have force. If they did, we cast the other one. Alright, they're playing more traditional Jewel. We want the Karns. We want the grids. Innovator's fine, but not great. Needles, interesting, right? With PO, you can do some tricks, but I think we want to keep it fairly lean. We want our combo to be pretty decent. So with Karn, we can trim some stuff that Karn would want, and then just run it. Let's do that. Also, don't mind going down to 2 Jewel. One way you can lose is playing a Jewel and passing. Makes their copy effects quite good. Okay. This hand is probably worth keeping. Tap land go. They kept on 7. A good one. Go ahead and play that. Play out Candy Trail. Assault Monolith and another Saga. I don't think I need the other Saga. Assault Monolith is probably good though. The show and tell. Ooh. Getting jeweled right off the rip. Okay. It's a shame we don't have Fleshraker. I'll just put a seat into play. Alright. You got some copy effects. Thing is, they can also just draw into forces, which is kind of a problem. Okay. Which might be what's happening. Is why I'm not actually going to cast a meaningful spell. Certainly not one that's going to stop us from making tokens. They do have a lot of ways to stop tokens. Sink into Stupor, Odawara. We're probably dead. That's Paradox Engine. That's a Grim Monolith. Feeling dead. Another Jewel. Romox. Just have the Emrakul. 12 mana. Weiler. Okay. That's Candy Trail. Fine. Interesting. Well, they don't have a way to bounce a construct. I can make it unblockable with Manifold Key. But we'll see. Yep, we will get Manifold Key. Make this unblockable. Hope they don't have Odawara or Sink into Stupor. Like they do. Okay. Got me. I think we chill. Hope that they continue to not have much follow-up. Probably got, like a Force Will or Force Negation, though. Alright, they're passing. Play this Basalt Monolith. Play these petals out. Petal. Petal. Let's see if we can one ring. If I was on the assumption that they have nothing, I would PO, but I think it's pretty obvious they have a force. And this is the less important card. It's still pretty important that they don't draw anything, because we're dead to most things. Also pretty high chance they still have more forces. So we go to 10. Go until... Okay. No one told nothing. To make mana. 4, 5. They're one shy of Emrakul. Look into Stupor, my Basalt Monolith. Now they have enough. Bangarang. Very nice. Yeah, they gotta run it back here. We're hoping for grids and fast hands. That is a grid. An ancient tomb. Mulligan to 6. And now either grid resolves or they wind up at 4 cards if they force it. Okay. Play the grid. Oh, they're F6'd. I like that. Tomb. Monolith. Pass. Okay. Well, they could have force up. I don't think they do, though. Yeah, they're F6. Let's play... Well... Yeah, let's play Fleshraker. Mox Opal. Play the key. Turns on the Mox Opal. Play Candy Trail. Another grid that I probably don't need. Yeah, let's bottom these. Pass, and, I mean, we might just be dead. I mean, we're in good shape if they, like, just play a ring and pass. Especially if they have to tap underneath our grid to do it. Alright, they've got 6 mana. They could also jewel and, you know, wind up fizzling, and then we take the jewels. Could happen. Copy artifact. Okay. On Candy Trail. Wow. On bottom, bottom. Another passing. Representing a force. Tomb. Not the worst draw. Go ahead and PO 3. If they have to force, they have to tap their monolith down. Which is nice. They didn't have it. Also nice. Mox Opal. Get our 9. Get the manifold key. Go to 8. They do have Candy Trail available. Play our own Candy Trail. Try to jewel on top. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can cozy command into it. Mox Opal. Or do I have 2 lethal cozy commands? No. So, well, yeah, I think it's obvious they don't have a force. Let's max out on this. I'll have to crack Candy Trail. For some wild reason, they've been sandbagging a force. They're just not going to have enough mana to go off in their turn anyways, because they have to tap the monolith. Yeah, they crack Candy Trail. Go up to 8. Bottom. Bottom. Top. 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 Who's the jewel deck now? Actually, I guess to cast jewel, technically I could. Or no, we know there's a key. We can always filter back into colorless if we need. Get him with the key, get him with the key. They said GG's. Pseudo jewel mirror. Okay, so we wound up with the 3-2. Oops, sorry, I had the wrong list up. Wound up with the 3-2. I like having these grids. I just really don't like the format right now. Everybody is a combo deck now. Which, trust me, as a combo player, is equally as frustrating as someone who would like to play a fair deck. You're like a fair player, and while you're playing against this combo, I could see you getting frustrated, but also, you're traditionally a combo player, and now every other deck has become a combo deck. And even some of the ones that aren't, they still feel like it, right? Like Eldrazi. The Eldrazi aggro deck that also plays Chalice of the Void can just kill you on turn 2 with double Fleshraker into Cozy Command. Feels like a combo. Even like Red Prison, just slamming such powerful things so quickly. It's the same idea, where you're just powering something out. It's probably going to win the game. It can't be stopped. So I feel like die roll, more than ever, means so much. Your first 2 draws matter more than ever. Like, when you have to mulligan, and then you keep a hand based on, well, I have 2 looks at a 60%. And, you know, the further you go back, the more that calculation becomes, if I miss, I'm X% to be unfavored. If I hit it, I'm X% to be favored. Now it's like just closer, that percentage is just much bigger, right? Like it's closer and closer to, well, if I hit on one of these 2 draws, I'd probably win, like almost surely win. And if I miss, I almost surely lose. And it's the sort of thing that decks that I like to play put people in that position, right? So it might seem hypocritical, but the problem is when the vast majority of decks in your format put each other in that position. Like, I don't mind losing to Oops All Spells when every match I play isn't Oops All Spells. I don't mind losing to a Reanimator deck if every match I play isn't a Reanimator deck. I don't mind losing to Breakfast if every match I play isn't Breakfast. I don't mind losing to the Tempo deck when they have a Reanimator combo, as long as all the Tempo decks aren't also a Reanimator combo. And they aren't, but a lot of them are. I don't mind losing to Doomsday, as long as every match I play isn't Doomsday. I don't mind losing to dying on turn 2 to Eldrazi, as long as that's not happening every game. And traditionally, when there's a problem in a format, one of those things is happening. But what we have here is that all of those things together comprise the vast majority of the experience. So, though there are different flavors, it still largely feels like the same experience. Where I do like this deck, there's a couple things I want to explore with it. I want to try different mana bases. It is possible that you can play Tower Nexus just alongside the other soul lands. Then you have access to better sideboard cards. I also want to try No Saga and try some Scaries just to have more soul lands. And I also want to try less Cozy Command just to go harder into combo. Because when you have, it's really disappointing to have Cozy Command when you actually have the Monolith key start. So I'm going to keep testing some things out. Thanks for watching. I hope I'm not too unenthusiastic about this format, but hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.